Pakistan is drowning once again. In the summer of 2025, torrential rains and overflowing rivers have displaced millions, damaged crops, and left vast stretches of the country underwater. But the real question is, why does this keep happening? Is it simply a natural disaster, or the result of decades of mismanagement, climate change, and neglect? Today, we will explore the historical, geographical, and political reasons behind Pakistan's repeated flooding crises and why in 2025 the situation has become even worse. Pakistan's geography places it at the front line of climate disasters. The country is fed by the mighty Indus River and its tributaries, which flow from the glaciers of the Himalayas and Karakoram down to the Arabian Sea. This river system, while being Pakistan's lifeline, is also its biggest threat. Every year, monsoon rains pour across the subcontinent between July and September, swelling these rivers. Pakistan's flat and densely populated plains act like a basin. When heavy rain and glacial melt occur simultaneously, vast areas get submerged. Unlike countries with natural floodplains or advanced levee systems, Pakistan's infrastructure is too weak to control the water. The science is clear. Pakistan is one of the top 10 most vulnerable countries to climate change. Rising global temperatures are intensifying the South Asian monsoon system, leading to heavier and more erratic rainfall. At the same time, glaciers in the north are melting at unprecedented rates. This means that Pakistan now faces what scientists call a double water shock: too much water during the monsoon season and too little water during the dry months. The 2022 floods already demonstrated this new climate reality, submerging 1/3 of the country. In 2025, the pattern has only intensified. Longer monsoon spells, unseasonal rain, and rapid glacial melt are creating deadly cycles of floods. In the summer of 2025, Pakistan has once again been struck by catastrophic floods. Unprecedented rains in Sindh and Balochistan turned towns into inland seas. Karachi witnessed record-breaking downpours, overwhelming drainage systems, and paralyzing the city for weeks. Punjab's agricultural heartland also suffered. Overflowing rivers and urban flash floods destroyed standing crops of wheat, cotton, and rice, deepening Pakistan's ongoing food crisis. Northern areas, including Gilgit-Baltistan, faced landslides as melting glaciers and cloudbursts combined. The National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA, has called this year's floods the most devastating since 2022. According to early estimates, more than 10 million people have been displaced in 2025 alone, with billions of dollars in damages. The floods of 2025 are not only a natural calamity, they are the result of human negligence. Pakistan has failed to build adequate reservoirs, modern drainage systems, and urban planning regulations. Cities expand into flood-prone areas without proper zoning. Deforestation in the north has reduced the land's ability to absorb water, causing faster runoff and landslides. Outdated irrigation canals leak and overflow, turning villages into lakes. Even existing infrastructure, such as barrages and embankments, is poorly maintained and often collapses under pressure. Experts have repeatedly highlighted that Pakistan loses billions of dollars annually due to water mismanagement, yet investment in flood resilience remains minimal. Floods in Pakistan are not only environmental events, but also political ones. Every time floods strike, billions in international aid pour in. However, corruption and mismanagement mean much of that money never reaches the affected people. Reconstruction projects are delayed, substandard, or abandoned altogether. For example, after the 2022 floods, many promises were made to build climate-resilient housing and early warning systems, but by 2025, little progress had been achieved. This cycle of disaster, aid, and neglect ensures that the poorest communities, farmers, laborers, women, and children, bear the brunt of the tragedy while elites remain unaffected. Breaking Pakistan's flood cycle requires more than emergency relief. It needs a complete rethinking of water governance. Experts recommend building additional dams and reservoirs to store excess water during floods and release it during droughts. Urban areas need modern drainage systems and strict building codes that prevent construction in floodplains. Forest restoration programs must be launched in the north to reduce runoff. Above all, governance reforms are essential. Funds for disaster management must be transparent, and projects must be completed with accountability. Pakistan cannot control global climate change alone, but it can drastically reduce its vulnerability through smarter planning. The floods of 2025 are not just a natural disaster. They are a man-made tragedy, the predictable outcome of weak planning, corruption, and climate vulnerability. Unless Pakistan invests in serious, long-term solutions, the future will bring even deadlier floods. As the waters rise year after year, one truth becomes undeniable. Pakistan is not drowning because of rain alone. It is drowning because of negligence.